All right. All right, guys. Kind of late, spur of the moment uh, live stream. Normally, I schedule them a few days in advance. Let me bring up what I'm going to be doing here. Um, all right. So, welcome to this live stream. This is again like a quick little thing I did, a spur of the moment. Um, I was recording some stuff this afternoon. But we have all kinds of construction with the city doing stuff with the sewer and water lines. It was just so loud, just steamrollers and um, cement saws. Just I was just kind of unable to do much of any kind of work today. So I thought I would. I was trying to do some of these. Thought I would just maybe do them this evening and turn the camera on. Um, so good evening to everybody here. I don't expect as big a crowd as usual, just because it was such a short notice. But that's fine. So what I'm going to be doing here is, yeah, I've been doing these huge quizzes a lot, and I was going to start posting them as regular videos. I posted that one as a regular one, but I don't want to post too many of these on the regular channel. It might, it's, throws off the whole ranking and algorithm kind of stuff, which is kind of annoying. But all right, so we do have some decent number of folks on here. It's pretty nice that you're able to join me on such short notice. Maybe just coming on to YouTube and seeing randomly enough that I'm on here. But so what I want to do here, I'm going to start doing one of these quizzes first, and then maybe do some Q&A after that. While I'm doing this, I'm not going to be reading chat. I don't want to get any hints or anything. So I got chat over there, but I'm not going to be reading it while I'm doing the quiz. So I'm not being rude. I'm just I don't want to cheat. So what I did. All right, so what I did here is you have these blackouts. So if you watch that video where it was me doing the oldest cities in each state by date founding, that's just a one-time trivia thing. Once you know them all, you go back and do it, you get 100%. But this one here, these blackouts are dynamic. So they change every time. So right here you see all these different squares, different categories, south 30 latitude, different states, different population ranges. Starting with this letter, that letter, all that, and you can refresh it, and it'll be something totally different, completely different categories. And so I wanted to do that for a specific state. They have ones of these for individual states, and I thought I would do California and South Carolina and see which one of these two I know better. I think the way this works out, I might actually know South Carolina as a state as a whole better than California, just because I worked for the state South Carolina for a few years and just drove around all the different parts of the state, visiting all kinds of small towns, talking to local leaders. So it was just kind of I saw so much more of the state. California, there's going to be a lot of stuff I don't know. All right, so let me do a quick search on chat before I start this thing, because again, I'm not going to read it once I get started. Yeah. Dave's Hot Chicken. Uh, that's based out of Nashville. I think they're going national, like a lot of regional fast food chains. All the burger joints, Shake Shack, In-N-Out, Whataburger, they're all going nationwide. Culver's. Um, all right, I'm going to start. I'll I'll do this question here: Asheville or Greenville? I mean, despite what happened last year with the hurricane, I think Asheville's still very nice. I haven't seen it since Helene hit. I think a good chunk of the southwest part of town was severely damaged, but um, they're pretty similar in terms of niceness. It just depends on what your vibe is. There's a little bit different vibe, but I think those are both two very nice places. So I'm going to go on this blackout thing here, and so what it is, you type in a state. So I'll do California abbreviation. So oops. So what it does is it gives you all these categories. So it's population range, size range, wow, little tiny towns, all kind of stuff like this. So yeah, so I'm going to start here. I think it just starts when you type something in. You get 15 minutes. I've done a couple of these before. That's not enough time. I'll probably run out of time for certain before I finish this thing, and I probably won't even get all 100. These are really hard, and so that's why I like to do these. 'Cause I like to do the ones where I'm not going to probably get them all. All right, so I'm going to start with this is California. So the first column is cities in the population range 25 to 50,000, and it starts with an R. All right, so we'll get started here. All right, so let me start with, these are all pretty tough categories. All right, so 25 to 50,000 with an R. I'm going to go with Reedley with an O. Orinda. No, Orinda is not quite that large. Oakley. Northern quarter. So the northern quarter of the state's going to be north of Sacramento. 25 to 50,000. I'm going to say Eureka. So for that one, you can see it's filled in a couple other boxes. So Eureka also counts as 251st to 500th largest, and Oakley also counted for that range. So you'll often get more than one for each one. But I love doing these. These are just so fun because, I mean, I know the states pretty well, but I'll probably never get 100% on these things. All right, so 25 to 50,000 S. Let's see. I don't think Selma is over. No, not quite 25,000. Let's see. S in that size range. How about San Ramon? No. But it counts for 8 to 9 letters, ends with an N, and apparently San Ramon is much larger than that. It's in the top 100. Huh. Okay, so how about San Lorenzo? No. San Leandro? Okay, S in that size range. San Dimas? Okay, San Dimas. There's so many Sans in Santa, certainly one of them had to fit in there. 25 to 50,000 in the eastern quarter. That's got to be Imperial County. Calexico. And Calexico counts for a couple other ones with a C. 8 to 9 letters. Okay. 25 to 50 with an H. Hemet? No, Hemet is a little bit larger than that. Hawaiian Gardens. No, not quite that big. Hacienda Heights. No. H 25 to 50,000. Houston? No, it ends with an N. I will cut big. It is that big. Okay, there you go. 25,000 for Hercules. A G city in that size range. How about Gardena? No. A G in that size range. The Inland Empire and San Diego County are where I'm going to know the least. Galt. All right, so the next category, 251st to 500th largest. Okay, so those cities are in about the 20 to 30,000 size range. So something in the eastern quarter in that size range. Brawley. Something that starts with a C in that size range. Let's see. CCC. I'll come back to I'll come back to it. Well, we'll say Corcoran. Corcoran. Okay. J. Oh wow, J. In that size range with a J. I don't think Jackson is that big. It is that big. Okay. Population of 1 to 2,000. I mean, I'm probably not going to get those. Okay, 8 to 9 letters with an R. Redlands. With an O, Oakland. No, that's 7 letters. Oakhurst. 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 Huh, must not be incorporated. Oroville. 8 to 9 letters in a northern quarter. Suit, no, that's 10. How about Red Bluff? With 9 letters, starts with a G. I can't, I'll come back to that one. With an E. I'm going to have to come back to that one too. E. Yeah. Population less than 1,000. Okay, there's no way I'll know that. Ends with an N, starts with an R. Man. Yeah, this is tough. Starts with an R, ends with an N. It should be really easy. There's got to be a bunch, right? That's a common letter. Yeah, I'll come back to that one. Ends with an N, starts with an E. East something. Man, I'll come back with that one too. All right. Ends with an E, starts with an R. Hey, I'm struggling. Riverside, that's an obvious one. Ends with an E, northern quarter. I already did Oroville, didn't I? It didn't count. Didn't I do Oroville? I did. Didn't count for northern quarter. Huh. Okay, how about McKinleyville? Oops. No, not McKinleyville. Okay, well, starts with an S, ends with an E. Seaside. I lived there for a year. Eastern Quarter ends with an E. Blythe. Starts with an H, ends with an E. Well, got Garden Grove. We took a trip to Garden Grove. Yeah, 6 minutes. I'm running low on time. I mean, I'm barely halfway, and I'm 2/3 done on time, just about. These things are hard. Man. Yeah, I need to. All right, so I'll go to the ends with G, Reading. That counted for several. S ends with a G. Man. Solvang. H ends with a G. Well, Corning for that. All right, so 101st to 250th largest starts with an H. I'm going to say Hanford. That's near where I grew up. Same size range with an E. I'll say El Segundo. No, El Segundo, that counts for that one. How about Emeryville? That ends with an E, too. That should count for at least that one. El Cerrito. Wow, not that either. El Monte? No, El Monte's bigger than that. Yeah, 51st to 100. Man, what starts with an E? Hmm. It's a decent sized city, around 50,000, starting with an E. East something. East Los Angeles isn't a city, I don't think. Whatever it is something I definitely know. That's going to bother me. Um, all right, so 51st to 100th largest in the eastern quarter. That has to be Indio. There's nothing else it can be. Yeah. That size ring starts with a C. Concord. With a J. Harupa Valley. All right, I'm got 82. Okay. Starts with an H, ends with an E. That's got to be easy. Somethingville. Holtville. Starts with a C, ends with an E. Another Ville. Man, Shasta Lake for northern quarter ends with an E. C, that's going to be an easy one, but I can't think of it. All right, let's see. Man, yeah, this is tough. 3 minutes to go. Oh man, those E's, less than 1,000. How am I going to know that? Maybe like a famous site at the state park that maybe is known, but I mean, wonder if Colma. Okay, Colma, I do know that one because it's just a graveyard essentially, the cemetery. Not many folks live there. Yeah, I'm running out of time, running out of. Some of these are. It's not called Harmony. It's a little tiny town on the coast. I don't think it's incorporated. Some of these I know are like H ends with a G. There's no way I'm not going to know what that is, but I can't think of it. Um, and the ones that end with an N, those are the ones that are bothering me because those are the ones I know I'm going to know. Hmm. Uh, man, I 2 minutes. I'm not. Yeah, there's no way I'll get this. I want to get at least 90. Um, oh no. This is so bad. How about East Palo Alto? Nope. I can't think of East. Minute and a half. Encinitas, Escondido, El Segundo, that one that starts with an E, it's 101st. That's a decent sized city. There's no way I don't know it. And when it ends, it tells you what the biggest city that you didn't get that fits each category. What, there's no way Exeter is that big. No. Yeah. Uh, no, 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 no. Not even 100, not even 90. Uh, okay, wait, hold on. 8 to 9 starts with a G. I haven't even looked at that one yet. 8 to 9 starts with a G. I got to get that one real quick. No, 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 no. Oh no. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, it's terrible. Gridley, that that's 7 letters. Oh. Ah. Galito. All right, just gonna tell you the ones you didn't know. I'm gonna look over at chat. El Centro. Oh Lord, that's obvious. No, wait, that wouldn't have been one of them. Eastvale. Okay, so Ross. I knew Porto. San Juan Bautista is that small. Wow, wow, I didn't know it was that small. I've heard of Ross. That's in Marin County. Portola, I knew that one. Westmoreland's in Imperial County. Hidden Hills is in LA. I thought that was a part of LA. Glendale. Oh my gosh, that's Tule Lake, Sand City, Etna. Never heard of it. Rockland. That should have gotten that one. Anderson. These are not that. Someone said Eastvale on there. Yeah, East. I never heard of it. Where is that? Eastvale. It's got to be. I mean, where is Eastvale? It's got to be down south. Yeah. So that's yeah, that's tough. Those less than 1,000. I actually knew Sand City because I worked in Monterey County. That's a population of just 250. It's a very strange incorporated city. It's just like a shopping center and a few artists' lofts. It's very strange. Um, Healdsburg. I should have known that one. All right, so 85. All right, now let's go over to South Carolina. I think I'll probably do better in South Carolina, honestly. All right. All right, so yeah, Glendale. A lot of Armenians in Glendale, Zanabu. I remember when I was living there in Northridge, there was an Armenian guy that he took out like the city bus. It looked like an old city bus, but he painted it to look like the current ones and would just drive the routes. He would just literally drive the normal routes of town in Glendale in a bus. It was pretty funny. And the guy was Armenian, and it was just a kind of a big deal because he was doing the routes better than the drivers would do, but he was just a private guy. The red is too blurry to see. What does that mean? Eastvale is recently incorporated near Riverside. Okay, that makes sense. Next to Harupa Valley. Okay. Yeah, Harmony is, I knew it wasn't probably even 1,000. It's like a double digit number. All right, so let's see if I can do South Carolina. All right, see what we got here. Oh, I got 30 free ones. There's already a, yeah, you get a bunch of freebies if there's nothing that mixes with that. So, all right, over 50,000 in the Western Quarter. I mean, that has to be Greenville. There's literally no other one. In the Southern Quarter, that has to be Bluffton. No, over 50,000 in the. Is Charleston the Southern Quarter? It is. Okay. Yeah, you don't think of the state like in quarters. Okay, like that. All right, 50,000 plus. It starts with an N. That's North. Oh, they gave me one for the town called North. I would have gotten that one anyway. North Charleston, 50,000 over starts with an R. Has to be Rock Hill. Ooh, 2 to 5,000. I'll come back to that one. We'll go to the first to 25th largest. That'll be easy. With an L. Huh, that'll be easy. Um, an L. 20 top 25 city with starts with an L. Ladson? Is Ladson that big? No. Starts with an L. This top 25. How do I not like? That's ridiculous. That's so obvious. I got to come back to it. With an A, that'll be Anderson. Eastern Quarter, Eastern Quarter. That'll be Myrtle Beach. with an S. That'll be Spartanburg. Top 25 starts with an L. Not Lounsville. I just think, I mean, some of the places have grown so much. Maybe it's Lexington? No, it couldn't be. It is. Lexington's that big now. Wow. Okay. It's been growing a lot. That's west of Columbia, about a half an hour west. It used to be small town. It's a suburb now. All right, so ends with an H. Actually, let me go back to the 6 to 7 letters. Starts with an L. Um, hmm. Wait a minute. I put in Ladson. It didn't give it to me. Huh. Must not be incorporated. Hmm. Um, it's an L, 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 L. I'll come back to that one. D, Dillon. I get it. Dillon fills in several. 5 to 10,000 in the western quarter. I'm going to say Seneca. Seneca. In the southern quarter, Ravenel. 6, 7 starts with an N. Newberry. Wait, oh, that's 8. I can't count. Um, let's see. Starts with an N. 6 to 7 letters. Norris. Starts with an O. 6 to 7 starts with an O. I'll have to come back to that one. Ends with an H in the western quarter. The western quarter is pretty much going to only be north of Aiken, west of Spartanburg. Ends with an H. Ends with an H, starts with an A. Well, starts with an F. I'll go Surfside Beach, because is there an Atlantic Beach? I don't know if that's incorporated though. It is. Southern quarter starts, and that would be no Huntington Beach that's north. Southern quarter ends with an H. Man, there's just not much in that southern quarter. That's a. All right, so 2+ words starts with an L. Lake City. Starts with a D. Due West. 2 words in the southern quarter. Port Royal. Ends with a D in the western quarter. Ends with a D. Donald? No. Man. Oh, Edgefield. I don't know if that's going to be Edgefield. No, it's not. All right, it's getting dicey. Yeah, plenty of time though. I'm almost up to where I was in California. Of course, there were so many blank ones, so many freebies. Oh man. Yeah, these are going to be some small towns. These are some small towns. Population 50,000 plus with an S. And that's not Spartanburg. What has, what's that big that starts with an S? That's not Spartanburg. Charleston, North Charleston, Goose Creek, Somerville. No, Somerville's, is Somerville that big? Wow, it is. Wow, Somerville's over 50,000. I mean, it's nice. All right, 5 to 10,000, Southern Quarter, Hampton. No, not Hampton. Not Hampton. Okay. Edisto Beach, but that just ends with an H. 5 to 10,000 in the south. How far north does I don't want to turn around and look at the map and cheat. How far north does the southern quarter of South Carolina go? No, Walterboro's bigger than that. St. George. No. Not Walterboro. Anyway, Ridgeland is not that big. It is, no, that's just ends with a D. Barnwell? No, Allendale. I mean, what else is down there? Not Allendale. Beaufort County has Beaufort, Hilton Head, Bluffton, Port Royal. Those are the 4 big ones. What else is down there? Hampton County has Hampton, Varnville, Jasper County's Ridgeland, Carlton, Walterboro. What else is down there? I don't know. Oh, still 6 minutes. All right, so I'm going to start guessing some small town names and see if they come up. So D, I'll say Dorchester, and that is not one of them. Due West did not have 2 to 5,000 apparently. He must have even less than 2,000. A small town starts with an A. Oh, 2 to 5,000, Lane. No, not Lane. Man, I should know a lot of these. Oh, how about Saluda for 251st to 500th? No, not Saluda. Okay, Darlington has way more than 5,000, but let me just make sure. Yeah. This is bad. I'm not doing good on either one of these. Wonder how many of these might be new incorporated towns, like upstate or on the coast that wasn't anything before. All right, 251 to 500 starts with an S. That's, I guess, Seneca for something. How big is Sullivan's Island? That big. There we go. Oh, no, that's ends with a D. Starts with an S, ends with an N. That's got to be easy, all right? There's S to N. No, there's a, yeah. Lancaster is bigger than that. Man. 3 minutes. How about South Congaree? Nope. Dentsville. Nope. Oh man, that's bad. It's bad. 3 minutes. Oh, wonder if my wife is watching this. She's probably like, "You idiot." She's probably listing all these towns. Ah, how about Walhalla for Western Quarter small town? There we go. Western Quarter small town. A small town. Mm. Oh man, there's a lot of towns in the upstate with all that growth. I don't know. I know I'm gonna know most of these when it tells me. I'm gonna be like, um, man. Oh, Eastern Fourth ends with an E or D. Pawleys Island. Okay, so I don't think there'd be a D that ends with an island in the Western Quarter. Uh, it would no way Hilton Head Island is. Nope, I didn't think that would make sense. A minute to go. Um, yeah, a minute to go. I got nothing left. L, 6 to 7 letters. Mm. This hurts. The L one probably counts for both. The A one probably counts for both. The Southern Quarter. How about Hollywood? Oh, there we go. I got one more. Up to 88. I think I've done better than California. 30 seconds. Abbeville. Aiken. Abbeville, Aiken, Allendale, Anderson. I'm trying to think of the counties in alphabetical order, but then there's Bamberg and Barnwell. Yeah, that's it. So, oh, Lawrence, got it right at the end. Okay, so time's up. Liberty, Duncan. I've heard of Duncan. That's in the upstate. Andrews, I knew. Oh, Lanta, Honea Path, I knew that one. Blenheim, Salem. There's a Salem, South Carolina. Luray, Greenwood. That's a really obvious one. St. Stephen. Never heard of it. I don't feel so bad because some of these I would have never gotten. Liberty, Olanta, Blenheim, Salem, Luray, St. Steve. That's six I wouldn't have gotten anyway. Duncan, Andrews, Honea Path. I should have gotten Greenwood for sure, but I did get 90. All right, so I I did do better for South Carolina. All right, so I'll look see if I can catch up on chat. I'm not sure if there have been questions for me or not. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I like this one because I could just refresh it. It'll be totally different, um, completely different categories. Let me. Oh, I see what you're saying. The answers when it's like right now, you can't read the red. Is that? I'm trying to look on my other. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean it's red and green. If a lot of folks are red green colorblind, that probably isn't working for you. Did I charge people? Yep, I did. All right, so I don't, gaming otter, I don't even know what your question is. Sorry. All right. This here Anakin guy, yes. Actually, I'm doing that next week. I feel really bad because I haven't told people that I have this map thing over here. I haven't done anything with it in over a year. And then I've had a trickle of people that added to it, but then I mean, it's one of those things you have to keep saying to do it to get them in if you don't tell people. But I actually do have it coming. I actually did the last bit of updating for it, so I will do it. I'm thinking about maybe doing something else with it, but I do want to make sure I get caught up. It's like this one's from like last year. It's only been like five in the past year, but okay, let's see. How come I rank Texas for summer climate last? Yeah, I mean, for climate, summer is going to be different for everybody, but for me, that central Texas, you get the heat of the southwest and the humidity of the southeast, and it's so bad. I mean, Orlando in central Florida is really bad too. You get the heat plus humidity. I mean, when you get down to Miami, it's not as bad, but yeah, that Texas, that right when it's just the worst of both worlds is where it's pretty awful. Oh, the website is hugequiz.com. There's a lot of stuff for free. The top games are on a paywall, but there's a lot on there for free. I'm not sure what the ad situation is on it, but it's I like it. That's I've for me it's worth it. I've done other uh, uh, trivia sites. I think this one's better than like the Jet Punk and the Sporkle and the what's the other one? Satera. Those are there's some good quizzes on those, but they can also be like just stupidly hard, like just way too hard. All right, so let me see here. Adam, I, how did you? Yeah, I liked Door County a lot. I went to that's the little peninsula that juts out in eastern Wisconsin. I went to I don't know what the name of the park is, but there's a park toward the end of it. You can kind of walk along one side, like a trail on one side of the peninsula, and it goes around to the other side. And I think it was called Whitefish Bay. And then there's another Whitefish Bay that's like a suburb of Milwaukee, but there's a Whitefish Bay in Door County. I don't think it's, I don't know, but I did like it up there. It's very nice. Um, it didn't seem like a lot of resort type areas. People have second homes are often just giant homes, 10,000 square foot mansions, 50 cars and boats. But Door County seemed a little like, almost like regular folks, or you can't be too regular folk and have a second home, but it didn't seem at least to be super, super rich folks up there. Josh, the most expensive state to live in, I mean, it's got to be Hawaii. I mean, I think there's nowhere in Hawaii it's cheap. I mean, California as a state is cheap, is expensive, but I mean, there are plenty of cheap parts of the state. Um, there's probably nowhere cheap in Massachusetts um, or Connecticut. I mean, those small states where it's all pretty nice, there's nowhere cheap. Um, if the coast of California were its own state, that would definitely be it. But I mean, I've said plenty of times on my channel that the interior California is the wage to housing cost ratio is much higher than most other parts of the country. The other end of it, though, I think is Delaware. Delaware is where you have really high wages. They have the same high wages as Maryland and New York, like high wages, but then surprisingly cheap houses in Delaware. I'm not sure how that is. It's been growing a lot, but I can see why. Favorite town in New Hampshire? I don't know. They're all nice. I mean, all of them but Berlin were nice. I drove around a good chunk of the state. The Kinkamangus, how you pronounce it, highway. Um, I mean, I thought it was all pretty nice. Even Berlin, I mean, on New Hampshire standards, it's kind of dumpy, but it's still, not bad at all on Southern standards. But yeah, I mean, I spent more time in both Maine and Vermont than New Hampshire. So I'm not as familiar with some of the smaller towns, but I did like Concord, much nicer than either Augusta. Augusta's pretty gross. Um, yeah, so I liked Concord. I thought Manchester was pretty nice. I wasn't sure what it would be like, but um, yeah, I like New Hampshire a lot. Yeah, Cumberland, Maryland, Zanesville, Ohio. Those are cities in that same. But when I was talking about that, I meant more like small towns, like kind of towns we expect it to be quiet, and it's just not with all the interstate traffic. But I'm not super familiar with Zanesville, Ohio. I do know Cumberland, Maryland. Man, that's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful town, beautiful setting, but it's hit some hard times. I mean, um, it's basically West Virginia. It's right there. But it's a gorgeous setting. I think that was a town that for a while was offering people $5,000 to move there because they just um, because I've been a lot in Davis and Thomas, West Virginia. That Cumberland's just north of that, so that's where people would go to do big city shopping kind of stuff if you live in Davis and Thomas. The audio is really low. Oh, okay. Let me. Sorry about that. I saw somebody say they had to have the volume up. Let me know if it's better. I'm sitting in a different spot, and so the microphone's farther away. So now the people that had the volume up are gonna have to like turn it down. But that is probably a valid comment because I did have the mic pretty far away. Um, Cumberland, the roads up in the air over town. I think there are elevated highway. I know it's a really windy stretch of I-68. It's one of those interstate stretches where I think it's speed limit 55 because it's pretty windy. Again, beautiful area, but Maryland's such a strangely shaped state. You're way over here in Cumberland, and you have all the people over here in DC and Annapolis and stuff. But um, yeah, yeah. All right, so I want to do another one of these. Give me some requests to what you guys want. I want to see how well I could do something a state that is not one that I know very well. Like, so if you guys want, throw a couple of names in the chat. Superman, oh man, thank you very much. Is Google Earth relevant? Oh yeah, absolutely. I use Google Earth. I think it's great. Um, yeah, I use it all the time. I use Google Earth and Street View. I think Google Maps is the weakest of that suite, but yeah, I do like Google Earth. I use it again quite often. Um, I use Google Map. I don't want to, but there's no real equal alternative. At least for me, the cartography is so bad on that. I like the some of the general stuff, but Maryland, Virginia, I'm not doing Montana. That's there's no way I could do Montana. Name all the counties in North Dakota. Yeah, what are you going to give me if I can do that one? All right, I got Nebraska and Nebraska. I don't know if there's one specifically for upstate New York. There is, I mean, certainly going to be one for New York State. I mean, Marge, if I do Washington, that's the way to make me look awful. I might do it just to see how awful it could possibly be. That might be my worst state would be Washington. It's like almost like a meme on the channel. Every time I talk about Washington, I screw it up. All right, so the first state that I saw twice was Washington. All right, so I'm gonna do any international favorites. They do have all this for international as well. I haven't done as much of a deep dive into the international stuff, but all right, so all right, so I got a list of ones here. Um, got a list of one here. All right, so I'm going to do the first one I saw twice was Nebraska. So I'm going to do Nebraska. That'll be a tough one. That'll be a really tough one. But yeah, I'm curious to see how well I can do on a state that, I don't know that well. Man, there aren't that many place names in Nebraska. All right, we'll see how well I do. Ends with an R, starts with an L. Didn't I have ends with an R last one? All right, so let's go Lancaster. And we're already off to a great start because that's not a town. That's the county where Lincoln is. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. I might have to like shut this whole thing down or pretend like the power went out or something. Um, all right, so let's do the 50,000 plus. That's going to be really easy. So that's Lincoln and then Bellevue. I still can't believe that's the oldest town in the state. 10 plus letters with an L. Lexington. Wait, that's 9. Wow. Um, I can't count. Ooh, wow, this is brutal. 10 plus letters. Those are going to probably be 2 words or so broken bow. But that's still not even 10 letters. Oh man, Vills, things that with a Vill. I'll need to come back to that one. 6 to 7 letters starts with a C. Um, no. Starts with a C. 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 Wow, this is bad. Columbus. So I just don't know that many total, um, just names in general. Uh, Population of 5 to 10,000. I'll say Cozad. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, and it's not in that size range anyway. Must be, must be below 5,000. Okay. 25 to 50,000 in the eastern quarter. That's got to be Fremont, and in the southern quarter, that's got to be Beatrice. No, it's not. Southern quarter, 25 to 50,000. Another state where it's east-west oriented, so you don't think of it north-south. This would Papa, would that be? How do you? I don't know if I saw it spell that one. Ralston. Ralston counts for that, but What's in the southern quarter? Oh, is Grant Island in the southern quarter? No. What is North Platte? No. Wow, it's got to be a suburb of, but Omaha doesn't really go into the southern quarter. And that's a Hastings. Hastings. No. Hastings counted for something, but not that. Okay, I'll have to come back to that one. That's not good. Um, wow, this is bad. Okay, I need to go to at least half. I don't get at least half. That's bad. Okay, so population of 5 to 10,000 with a C. I'm going to say Shadron, and that counts for a few different ones. Um, man, this is tough. Uh, man, Alliance for a city that starts with an A, 8 to 9 letters. Scottsbluff has to be that one, 10 to 25,000 in the West. 2 words in the West. 2 word town in the West of the state. Hmm. Huh. I don't know that many towns in the West. Yeah, there aren't that many. Um, all right, so ends with an R, starts with an A is Arthur. Um, I'm over 50. I'm over 50. That's pretty good. I'll at least be happy with that. Yeah, this is really hard. I'm just thinking of the towns that I know and seeing if I can squeeze into one of these, and I'm not able to do. Um, how big is Boys Town? Is that even an unincorporated? It is. Um, hmm. Yeah, this is rough. This is real rough. Man, I mean, these 2 plus words, like the ones that are 2 word towns, La Vista, La Vista, that's one. Whoops. All right, so I'm trying to think of the suburbs. You have Omaha, La Vista, Papillon, Bellevue, Boys Town, Fremont. It's not a suburb, but it's not too far away. Um, man, yeah, this is rough. This is real rough. Yeah, I mean, all those M's, all those M's. I can't think of anything. Yeah, this is rough, real rough. Um, yeah, the ones that are 2 words and 10 plus letters, that's probably the same town for C, D, and M. So what would be, I mean, it might be a really small town though. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah, I'm getting crushed here. I might not even go the full 15 because I'm basically already out of stuff I can think of. Um, what is in the southeastern corner? And that's Nebraska City. Does that fit anywhere? I'll just type it. Whoops. I get a Nebraska City for 10 plus letters. Then you got Beatrice is down there. You have Lexington, Cozad, Sydney, Ogallala. Those going to fit anywhere? Nope. Yeah. Fremont, Columbus, Norfolk, Valentine, Alliance, Gering. Gering could be no. What's the other? Scottsbluff, Gering, and there's a third one that's the other town. Yeah, this is bad. This is real bad. So I'm going to probably not even, I might just end up stopping it because I can't really think of much else. That's not good. I'll look with chat. I'm going to go ahead and Big Springs. I've never heard of that. I'm cheating at this point, obviously. Big Springs, yeah, I've never heard of that. Fullerton, McCook. I've heard of McCook. Wow. I've heard of Kimball. Would that fit somewhere? Yeah, this is like, what is the southern quarter 25 to 50,000? Like, what would that be? I'll see what McCook gets you. The southern quarter of the state, that's got to be the part below that line of latitude of the northern part of Colorado. So that's most of I-80 is, but that's a 25 to 50,000 is a big city for Nebraska. Terrytown is the other one in the Scottsbluff area, but it doesn't count for anything. It might be Grand Island, and I didn't type it in right. No, I misspell things all the time. Mitchell. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. So we'll see when it Kearney. That have over. It is Kearney. Well, all right. I actually know that town, but I didn't. Yeah, I did not think. I didn't even think to guess it. So, um, yeah, this is tough. So when you get to yeah, all those D towns. Yeah, Scotts Bluff National Monument is two words, but the town is one word. Yeah, I never heard of Big Springs along I-80. Well, hey there, Heath. Yeah. Well, I think I got 60 or so on my own before I cheated on those few at the end with help from chat. So I'm going to end it. I think it tells you it does. Lamar, Homer, Blair, Clay Center, Deschler, Miller, Wilbur, Potter. I would have not gotten any of those. South Sioux City. I did know that one. Wow, that's, and I have Douglas. Well, I wouldn't have known there's a town of Douglas. That's Douglas County where Omaha is. Valentine, I knew that one. So South Sioux City and Valentine are the only ones I actually knew. So I couldn't have gotten even a 70 on my own. So uh, that's not too bad. I mean, it is, but all right. So oh, okay. Big Springs is where that. Okay, all right. Hey there, Roblox. Hot Houston. I can imagine. I was in Quebec last week and it was 85 and humid. I mean, even as a southerner, I was like, this is pretty hot and humid. I was shocked. I can't imagine that's normal for mid-May up there, but for Houston, I'm sure in the middle of summer, you love 85 and humid. That probably sounds refreshing. All right, so I'm going to try. another one of these. Um, there's other ones with counties. It's the same thing. U.S. county seats. U.S. counties two. I think this was it. Oh wait, what? Oh no, that'll be easy. That's just naming the counties in the states. Or I mean, that'll be easy for some states, impossible for others. All right, I can't do that. Where? What is the one that I did? U.S. county seats. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd be able to. That's another one would be easy for a couple of states, impossible for another one. What is the other one that I did? I don't remember. Man, what? I don't know what it was. I don't remember. Huh? I don't remember what it was. I don't know if I don't think Chicago. Where was it? U.S. city neighborhoods. Chicago would have to be in that, I would think. I have done GeoGuessr, Liam. I'm not as big on it. I prefer the quiz stuff more to um, GeoGuessr. I mean, I've watched people do it, and it's fun. It's but uh, I don't know. It's I prefer watching other people do it than. Um, hey, they're a cool cover. Yeah, Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, I haven't. I'm trying to find the one that I did before, but I don't remember what it was. It was like that blackout one, but it was counties. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know where it was. So this is I'll do a real quick one. Let's see if I can guess the states, the least populous states in order of population. Ooh, one strike and you're out. You should name one outside the 25. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Wyoming. Oh, states. Okay, just the that's Vermont. That is Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota. That is um, that's Delaware, right? And then Montana, Rhode Island. Oh, I got Rhode Island and Montana mixed up. That is Maine, New Hampshire, Hawaii. 1770s West Virginia. Ooh, those two are almost the same. One's New Mexico, or no, one is Idaho, one is Nebraska. I mean, I don't know which one's which. I got it. Two, that's New Mexico. 2.9, that's Mississippi. No, that could be Kansas. Oh, Mississippi and Kansas have almost the same population. Look at that. Yikes. Yep, got it again. Just over 3 million. That's Utah or Nevada. Hmm. No, no, no. Arkansas. Arkansas. That's either Utah or Nevada. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, Iowa. 3.6. That's Connecticut. Just over 4 is Oklahoma. And that's Kentucky and Oregon, right? Kentucky and Oregon. There we go. All right. That's kind of fun. A little easy one. Um, yeah, St. Louis was hit very badly. St. Louis probably more than, I mean, it was hit with a bad tornado not that long ago when it hit the airport. So it's being right there in the middle of the country. You got the plains, the cold air from the northwest, and then the humid air from the Gulf, and so it was a very bad storm. So yeah, I mean that's an unfortunate reality with the Midwest and the Southeast. That I mean it's severe weather is pretty scary. I mean we get severe weather here a lot, and it's definitely scarier than other type of disasters. All right, Control F, U.S. counties, 10 by 10 blackout. Oh, I must have I must not have done that yet because it usually gives you a. All right, so I'm gonna redo a refresh. So I don't know. All right, so I just think you hit start and so these are counties. All right, counties. This is different. All right, all right. 10-letter county in Pennsylvania. Let's go with the big one. New Hampshire. Let's go Hillsborough. Colorado. A long county name in Colorado. Clear Creek. Georgia. Oglethorpe. Arkansas. It's Hot Springs. Can I count? Oh, what? Oh, it gave me Hot Spring. Oh, it's not Hot Springs. It's Hot Spring County. Okay. Um, Crittenden, Texas, 10 letters. Hmm. I don't know. San Jacinto, a county? Yeah, San Jacinto. South Dakota. There is a Hot Springs County, South Dakota, right? No. Oh, Oglala, Lakota, a county. Washington, we'll say Snohomish. I wait, what? Is that not? That's not 10 letters. I can't count. I cannot count. Walla Walla, Ohio, 10-letter county. Montgo- Montgomery. I can count. What happened? All right. It gave me Montgomery County, New York, but all right. Fourth to 10th largest county in the state for Pennsylvania. That would be Chester. For New Hampshire, um, Stafford. No, Merrimack. No. Oh, I need to spell it right. No, not Merrimack. Um, Coos? Coos. Okay. Colorado, we'll say it's El Paso, Denver, Arapahoe, whatever, and then Douglas. So Douglas for Georgia, I'll say Richmond. What? Huh? Rich? Oh, wait a minute. All right, whatever. So we'll go DeKalb, 4th, 10th largest in Arkansas. Pulaski, Benton, Washington, Lone Oak, Van Buren. No, not Van Buren. Is Van Buren 4th? Huh. Okay. Conway. No, wait, that's a town. I'm losing my mind. 4th to 10th largest in. Well, maybe it's Lone Oak then. Okay, yeah, Lone Oak is not as big as I thought. Texas, that'll be Travis. South Dakota. Ooh, actually, I'm not going to know this one. I only know a couple of the biggest counties of South Dakota. Oh, no. Brookings? Brookings, okay. Washington, there. See how well I know Washington. So it's going to be King, King, Pierce, Thurston. No, King, Pierce, Snohomish, Spokane, Thurston. Ends with a G. Pennsylvania. Well, Appling County, Georgia. Harding County, South Dakota. What happened there? Hardin, Hardin, Pennsylvania. Harding, Texas, or Harding, South Dakota. Loving, Texas. There's the one you want to get in there. Ends with a G in Washington. Oh, King. Good Lord, that's the most obvious one. Hawking, Ohio. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I got all of them and left King County, Washington out? All right. Ends with a G in New York. No, Chemung. Chemung? How do you pronounce that? Chemung in central New York. Ends with a G in Pennsylvania. Come on, I can't leave that one hanging like that. Reading is not the county, I don't think. It's Berks County. I'll need to come back to that one. Top 3 in the state. Denver, Fulton, Pulaski, Harris, Pennington, Franklin, New York. Whoops, New York. 50 to 100,000. Pike, New Hampshire. Ooh, wow. Ooh, that's kryptonite right there. Yeah, I don't know it. I only know Hillsborough, Merrimack, Stafford, Coos. Yeah, I won't know it. Ah, man. All right. Montezuma, Colorado. No. I get it for 8 to 9 letters, but not 50 to 100,000. Gunnison? No. Delta? No. Huh. 50.
It's not Durango County, is it? That's where Montezuma. No, Cortez is Montezuma. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to know that one. 50 to 100,000 in Georgia. That's Walker. That's near here. South Dakota, that same size range. I'm not going to know that either. There could only be one. There's Minnehaha, Pennington, Brookings. I don't know what it is. It's going to be the one that is. Is it Aberdeen? I'm not sure the name of the county. It's probably the one where Aberdeen is, but I don't know the name of it. Could be the one where Vermilion. No. Yeah. Well, no. Okay. 50 to 100,000 in Ohio. Hmm. Licking? No. That's 100 to 250. 50 to 100. I don't want to put in Washington. That's going to probably get other ones. But I do think Washington County. Well, I'll do it. I think it has in that size range. Okay. Um, Ends with an H in Pennsylvania. Um, hmm. Ends with an H in Georgia. Oh man. Um, hmm. Another South Dakota one I'm not going to get. Ends in H. I just don't know that many counties in South Dakota. All right, so 100 to 250 in Colorado, that'll be Mesa. Arkansas, that'll be. I can't believe Van Buren wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. So, what is the county where Pine Bluff is? I think, is it Pine Bluff County? No, it might be, but that's. Man, I'll need to come back to that one too. 100 to 250 in Texas. Ector, Washington, that same size. 100 to 250. Hmm. Yep. Where would there be a county with that size? Because Whatcom is bigger than that, correct? No, it's not. Whatcom. 100 to 250 in New York. Um, hmm. Schenectady? All right. Starts with a J in Pennsylvania. Juniata. In Colorado starts with a J. Hmm. Georgia be Jefferson. Oh, I get a bunch of Jeffersons. Colorado. Oh man, that's cheating. I don't like that. Um, I probably would have gotten most of those. I mean, Jefferson, Colorado is pretty obvious. Jefferson, Arkansas is pretty obvious. So okay, I would have gotten those. Jefferson, Texas. All right. But starts with a J in South Dakota. There's no way I'll know that one. I just don't know any more J's. Yeah, starts with an M in South Dakota. I just don't know anymore. Now there was a McCook, Nebraska, but I want to say there's a McCook, South Dakota. There is. There is. When I saw somebody say McCook, Nebraska, I was thinking, I thought it was South Dakota, but it's both. It starts with an M in Washington. You know I'll screw this up. I mean, I don't even know it. Whatcom, Snohomish, King, Thurston, or Pierce, Thurston. I don't know that many more. I can't even think of the name of the one where Vancouver is. It doesn't start with an M, I don't think, though. Ah, what am I up to? 88? Mm. Mm. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the New Hampshire one, I just don't know any more counties. Hillsborough, Merrimack, Stafford, Coos. What else do I know? Nothing. Colorado. Does Eagle County have that population? It does. South. The other ones are South Dakota. There's no way I'll know those. I'll just not even bother with those. Ends with an H in Texas. That's got to be easy. Um, I mean, that's got to be easy. I got to be able to get that. What kind of word ends with an H? Not a lot of Spanish words. Something beach wouldn't be a county name. Hmm. I'm sure people from Texas got this one easy. Yeah, got nothing. That whole ends with an H line, I just did horribly in. It's like bring it on. It's done in 10 seconds. Just lay it on me. Wow, how bad it was. Onondaga, New York. Did I miss a New York one? Lycoming, Pennsylvania. I heard of it. Grafton, New Hampshire. No way. I could have probably guessed Lincoln just to guess. Wow, Smith County, Texas was the biggest one that ends with an H. I wouldn't have gotten it without guessing Smith. Lehigh and Forsyth. I should have definitely gotten those. Sebastian is the one next to Van Buren I was thinking of. Good Lord. Jackson is one that I could have just guessed. And Mason, Washington, that's near Kitsap. Mason, I don't know. I don't know Washington. 89, not even 100. Yeah, Hillsborough, Rockingham, Merrimack. Um, but those all have over 100,000, don't they? Yeah, but yeah, this is fun. This just yeah, Vancouver is Clark County, Collingsworth County, Texas. Never heard of it. Um, now I know there's a county. There's a Smith. There's also a Deaf Smith County, which is a very interesting name for a county. Yeah, a lot of Jeffersons. Um, um, I'm not going for answers that are necessarily rare, but sometimes they're gonna have to be kind of rare, and none of these are really that. I mean, loving Texas, but that's just because it's the most. That's literally the least populous county, so people know that one. I only knew Pike, Pennsylvania, from a very recent video I did. Yeah, it's the fastest growing county in Pennsylvania. That's the only reason I know that one from doing the research of that video. Juniata, I know that one because it's not too far from State College. I spent a lot of time there. McDonough for Georgia. Um, yeah. Oh, Strafford County, not Stafford. I wonder if that would have. I don't think it would have mattered. Strafford. Yeah. Thank you for that. I always like to be corrected. Um, yeah, Strafford. I should have known that. All right. All right. Let's see. All right, so I saw somebody say something about Chicago. I don't think I'll be able to do Chicago very well. And it's not on here. Or maybe Chicago, Illinois. Okay, Chicago, Illinois. Um, yeah, so this is one where I will look at chat after a couple of minutes for help because there's no way I'll know all of these. I I did this for LA and San Francisco and I recorded it and I'll post that at some point. And it's hard. I could barely do halfway decent on those. So there's no way I'll know Chicago very well. Let me make sure my head's not blocking the screen here. All right, so where am I going to start? Is there something called downtown or just the loop? Okay, so there's the loop. All right, so we got Lincoln Park. And then I'm trying to think, how much, got Avondale, Logan Square. North of that is Andersonville. No, Anderson. Oh, we're going to do bad if Andersonville isn't one of the neighborhoods. But it is though. Anderson, whatever. Okay. All right, we're off to a great start. Lake Forest is no, that's a suburb. Well, we got Wrigleyville. No, not Wrigley. I missed the assignment on this one. Medium-sized neighborhoods. Okay, so it doesn't have Andersonville or Wrigleyville, so I clearly missed the assignment. Okay. Well, I think there's a part that's simply called South Chicago, right? Yeah. And then you have, I mean, I think O'Hare, yeah, counts as something. Yeah, this is bad. No. Wait, no, that's not even the right city. That's, yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, especially when a couple of the ones I thought that I knew, I didn't know. Yeah, I don't. I mean, they're all something park. This park and that park and Hyde Park, and then there's Old Town Square. What's it called? Old Town. I don't know. Is this called Old Chicago? So that's gonna. I mean, so yeah. So I'm gonna look at chat, see what we got. I don't. Yeah, see. I don't know most of these. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. Maybe that's not an official name. So when I have visited the city, oh, hold on. So there's also Chinatown. Well, okay, it doesn't count. Yeah, I can't remember the names of these neighborhoods. I can't remember the name of the one where it's south of Chinatown. It's been gentrified. It's got some really cool stuff there. But yeah, but this is a good example of how, I have been to Chicago several times, but I've been to different neighborhoods. But I mean, obviously, I don't know that many. Yeah. But yeah, I did the one for San Francisco where it's 100 and some odd neighborhoods,
and I got maybe 85, and that's the city I know the most of all. So if I couldn't even do that, um, then yeah. All right, so I'll try this. I did this one before, and it was actually really hard. Satellite sim, satellite view. Um, so you get an image, and I don't think you can zoom anything to zoom in. So Camelback Road, Indian School Road. So that's Tucson. What? Oh, you had to hit enter. No, it's Phoenix then. Oh yeah, Camelback Road. What is going on here? Is that Scottsdale? It is Scottsdale. Okay, that's Miami. I can tell by looking at that one. Um, that looks like 27. That's got to be Lubbock. 80. That's Baltimore. Colorado Avenue, Belvedere Street, 95 and 64. That's Virginia Beach. No, Richmond. That's Denver. No, it is not. 225 and I-70. That's not Denver? It's going to be one of the suburbs. I don't know. It's Aurora. Okay. 885. Never heard of it. 885. Miami Boulevard. It looks too windy to be Florida. 885. That's got to be Atlanta. Raleigh? 885. Where? Is there an 885 in Atlanta? I don't think so. Durham? Where does 85? It is Durham. Okay. That's got to be Philadelphia. 10. That's Tucson. That's kind of interesting how they gave me Phoenix and then Tucson. That's Jacksonville. Didn't even have to see the thing fill in. So St. John's River. Oh, that's all of them. That's pretty easy actually. I did that before and didn't do it. That was actually pretty easy, the ones they gave me on that one. Let's see. City skylines by photo. I remember doing this one and it was really hard because the images were so bad. Okay, well that's all right, well I already have that's a state capital. What is that? That's I don't know what city that is. That's a state capital in that size range. Oh, that is. Is that an old fixture of? It is. It's an old photo of Philly. That newer skyscraper wasn't even finished in that photo. That looks like. It looks like no. Not the best photo. Oh, oh, it just took it away. This looks like Phoenix again, but it's not. It's not Tucson. What is it? Oh, it's Mesa. It was a suburb. That's Charlotte. And that is Springfield, Illinois. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's Lansing. That's Lansing. That is Buffalo. Ooh.
Richmond? Yeah. That's Boston. Oh, I can't see that very well. Oh, I can't see that too well. That's I'm gonna skip that one. Oh, what is that? Baltimore. Okay, this. I have no clue what this one is. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this one. That's Albuquerque. Ooh, that. Seattle. No, Portland. Atlanta. Jacksonville. Ah, I can't type. Oh, oh no. I mean, I don't know what city it is. It's not Miami Beach. It's not Miami. It's not. It's Fort. It is Fort Lauderdale. That is. Ooh. It's got a Ferris wheel. I don't know. I'm gonna skip it. That's a puzzle. That's a puzzle. That's Dallas. That is. Man, that's a. I don't know what that is. It's hard to see. Um, I can't really see that. Oh, that's Lincoln. Terrible photo, but that's Lincoln. Oh man, I can't see that one either. Is that Buffalo again? Yeah, I can't really see very well. All right, skip it. Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know this one. That looks like a. I know it. It looks super familiar, but it's not coming to me. That's Salt Lake. That is. It's Houston. That's an easy one. Pittsburgh. Ooh, what is that? That's got to be Oklahoma City with that one random super tall high rise. Oh, I wonder what that one is with the big pyramid. Oh Lord, can't even see that. Oh man, I can't even see it. Um, I have no clue. I mean, it almost looks like Sacramento. I can't see anything what that is though. All right, skip it. Is that Miami again? Miami Beach? Tampa? Palm Beach? I don't know what that is. It's got to be Florida, right? But high rises. I didn't get it. Boise. Oh, I can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see a thing. I see a football stadium, I think. It's kind of a small hot skyline. Okay, next. I can't see it. Oh, that high rise looks familiar, the tallest one, but I don't know. Ooh, that's an older eastern city, but I don't know which one. Medium-sized city. Looks like it's. Yeah, don't know. Do not know. Not doing well on this. Is that? Oh. Oh, it's Cleveland. Good Lord. Oh, it's not. I don't know what that is. Well, that's got to be Seattle. Oh, can't see it. Well, I know it's Denver because I can see that weird high rise. That's Cincinnati. And that is San Francisco. Oh, that is, I mean, that could be anything. Ooh, it's Amarillo. I can see Amarillo written on that building. That is Corpus Christi. That is, can't see it. Can't see. Can't see. It's flat. It's Midwest. Might even be California. I can't. No. Can't see. That is. That. I don't know. I know it. I know it. But I know that skyline, but I can't think of it. Ooh, another one I just really can't see. Looks very California. I don't know what city that would be though. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing horribly on this. Oh, that's an easy one. That's Knoxville with that thing in there. And that is Columbus. That's Los Angeles. That's an old photo. Wow, it's really old. There's another taller high rise that's been there for a long time. Wow, that's got to be at least a 15, 20-year-old photo. Is this Miami again? Hmm. A minute left. I don't know what this is. Yeah. I wow. That's a weird looking arena. I don't know what that's a small town to have an arena that big. I wonder if it's a college arena. Yeah, I don't know. So that's it was Wichita. I was about to guess Wichita. Um, that's what it was. New Orleans, Orlando was one of them, wasn't it? Tacoma? Was Tacoma one of them? Yeah, but that's one thing I don't like about that one. The images are not the best. But I can imagine for a game like this, you got to be careful with it, which images you use. Don't want to end up using some Alamy or Shutterstock photo or something. Get sued. Um, all right. Yeah, I mean, you think that the high rises, some of those, like I thought I knew that building, but it looks similar to another one in another building. Was Providence one of them? I'm seeing some Providence ones. Was that one of them? That's definitely a city that I wouldn't know. Yeah, St. Louis would be a pretty easy one. Certain ones like the Knoxville with that sun sphere and Memphis with um, the pyramid. What's my go-to order at Anchors? Honestly, I've only been there a couple times. It's been a long time. Um, I remember liking it, but the part of there used to be a couple of them, and the part of town that we live in,
It closed um, right around COVID. But for folks, Anchors is like a deli sub shop in Chattanooga. It's pretty good, but I haven't been there for a long time. Um, Please map plot. Is that a real town? East Pig Nipples, Arkansas. I can see that being an actual real town. I don't think it is, but that'd be hilarious if it was. Um, all right, somebody try this one. I tried this one before and absolutely like fizzled out. This is doing the states in reverse order that they were admitted to the union. Um, it's uh it's it's hard. So Hawaii, Alaska, and then you got Arizona, New Mexico. That's Oklahoma. 1896. I think that's Utah. I remember seeing their signs for a centennial. 2 and 1890, 2 and 84 and 89. Two of those are North and South Dakota. One is Washington. 1890, that's going to be Wyoming and Idaho. And then that's Washington. And then North Dakota and South Dakota. Oh, there's another one in there that I missed. It has to be Montana, right? It has to be Montana. Yeah. 1876 is Colorado, the Centennial State. 1867, right after the Civil War. Oh wow, the timing is going fast. Okay, 1867. What came in just after the war? Nebraska? Was it Nebraska? I don't know my history. It was 1864. Wait, what became a state during the war? 1863 is West Virginia, but 1864, another state came into the Union during the war. Really? Is that Kansas, the Kansas-Nebraska Act? It wasn't. What else came into the No, Arkansas was already a state. Minnesota? When did Minnesota come in? No. Wisconsin? No. How am I not getting this? This is stupid. Oh, no. Nevada. Oh, Lord. I'm so dumb. So dumb. West Virginia, obviously. 1859, just before the war. That was 30 seconds. 1850 was California, so Arkansas is 8. No. Oh, no. Yeah. All right, so I screwed that one up. Yeah. So 1837, 1845 is Texas. 1845. What else came in? Texas. I'm surprised Arkansas came in before 1830. Okay, whatever. All right. Let me get back to this thing. Yeah, well. Let me go catch up with some comments here. I have not been to Puerto Rico. I would like to go, but I've not been there. Quiz with national parks. I don't think so, maybe. There it is, U.S. National Parks. U.S. National Park identifier. How does this work? Double click on the red marker. Wait, what? What red marker? If by chance you don't see markers, refresh the quiz. I don't see markers. Oh, okay. Oh, that's actually just knowing. That's actually going to be pretty easy. I thought it'd be more like skyline photos. This will actually be really easy. I could do this no problem. Not to be a jerk, but I would get 100 on that. There's the oldest cities by state. So that's one that if I were to do it right now, I'm not going to, but I better get 100 on this now because I literally did it last couple weeks ago. Um, oh, here's another one that I tried and failed. So let's see if this is one that. All right, that's New York. No, I'm already wrong. I'm already wrong. I don't know what that is. So many of them are just that. I could be anything. Those could just be anything. That's obviously Washington. I mean, that's why this one's hard because that can be. Ooh, that one is a little more unique, but I still don't know it. Ooh, there's an easy one. That is Vermont. It's one of the. I don't know. Oh, it was New York. I knew it was one of those northeastern ones. I just recently saw it. I don't know what that one is. That's North Dakota. A lot of guitar pick looking ones. That's Michigan. That's California. That's New Hampshire, Minnesota, Indiana, Illinois. I'm trying to think. Several of them have that with the name of the state written across the top. That could be anything. I mean, that could be anything. That's easy. That's easy. That could be, yeah. Those are the easy ones. The ones where it's that's Vermont. The ones where it's the shape of the state. That's Nebraska. Oops. Yeah, there's so many where it's just a circle like that, and it's just, I mean, like, there's got to be at least 10 that are like that. That was Illinois, Ohio. That's Kansas. Another circle with a. That's obviously Florida, New Mexico. Hey, so those are the easy ones. Wow, that doesn't even really look like the ones here. That's here, so that's Tennessee, Missouri, Pennsylvania, Alaska. Again, that was Indiana, I guessed it right. But I guess Michigan's are like that, but I think I already guessed Michigan. That's Utah, Georgia. Ooh, easy one. Wyoming, Oklahoma. Yes. So it basically comes down to just know the shape of the, yeah. That's rough. That's a rough one. I wonder how many people will be able to do that just by looking at the, that's really hard. Let's see. US Google Street View. This is kind of like GeoGuessr in Huge Quiz. I don't know if I fully try. Oh no, starts right here in a parking lot. I mean,
Jets bus. Oh, is this state? What is this? Is this state or a state? So yeah, New York. I'm assuming with the Jets thing. It was Connecticut. I'm already wrong. So um, I was already wrong. So that's one thing I don't like about GeoGuess. There are a lot of red herrings like that. Um, so start over, fertilizer. This is go into the town here. Oh, there you go, North Dakota. So that was an easy one. Is this that same one? No, this is a different parking lot. This is new development. It looks like this is like Detroit. Honestly, this looks like some of the new stuff that they've been doing in Detroit. This type of apartments in some of the areas that have been. Oh, here we go. The schoolhouse, Parker Flats. You can tell this was gentrified not too long ago. Art studio. Artists often go to gentrified places because they can't afford much rent. If over 2 inches of snow, no parking for 2 inches of snow. That doesn't sound like Michigan. 2 inches of snow is not going to. Wow, this Pine Tree Jewelers. Wow, this is a. Give me something to go off of. It's interesting how this would have looked 10 years ago. You can tell this is all La Petite Academy. 15 seconds, I'm not going to even get this. I mean, this could literally be anywhere. This big box shopping center. Jack in the Box is in the west, so Colorado. Man, yeah, these are hard. I don't know all the cool skills with GeoGuessr, how they go by like how signs look and how streets are painted and that kind of stuff. Um, Hempstead Avenue. This looks. I mean, it looks pretty southern. This kind of stuff, kind of rough. Yeah, this is looks. My first guess, my first thinking would be Virginia. I don't know. No, this isn't. This looks more west than that. This is more westerly than the East Coast. The train station, that might give it away. The Depot House. That doesn't really help. Yeah, this looks wet. This looks more Great Plains-ish. But no, this architecture is not. Yeah, yeah, I'm terrible at this. Just horrifyingly bad. Yeah, I got absolutely nothing. I guess Missouri, it was Iowa. Yeah, so I won't do these. I'm terrible at these, as you can tell. Um, but yeah, the huge quiz, they often have really short times. You have to really kind of think quickly. Have I noticed desert cities tend to not have much arc on their streets? Like crown like that? To do to runoff? I don't know actually. Um, we saw Ween in the Northwest Arkansas Mall parking lot in 2007. They were known to do weird shows like that. Yeah, that didn't surprise me. That sounds like something they would do. That sounds like something they would do unannounced, just show up and just set up. Let's see. Let's see. There's another one that's good. This one changes each time too. So it says tri points by satellite image. So I think what it does, it shows you, I think it's a Google image of the tri-state points. You have to kind of guess where it is, if I remember this right. Okay, so that is a tri-state. That's hard to see. That looks like that's Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa. No. That's a wide bend. That's got to be the Mississippi River. That's got to be Missouri, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa. No. Wow, this is hard. Wow, this is really hard. Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin. That would be that would be the driftless area, so it wouldn't be that. Hmm. Yeah, this is tough. I'm guessing different tri-state points in the Great Plains. That might not be where it is. I might be way off. It's hard to even see the actual. This is this is Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri. That's it was where Cairo, Illinois is. That's where that was. This is Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky. That's Delaware, New Jersey. No, Delaware's got the arc. Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland. Ooh, I don't see three states there. Oh, okay, there it is. Ooh, that's got to be Western. A line of longitude. Wait a minute. Where's that? A line of. Oh. No? A line of longitude as the western border. But then the next state coming in. This is Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota. No. No, there's mountains there. What am I doing? Where is this? What has... This is bad. This is... there's no way I shouldn't get this one really easily. Um, what has that type of a tri-state point? Ah, that hurts my soul. Um, that is... Um, no. Hmm. No. Huh. I don't... this should be easy. This should be really easy. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I'll have to skip that one too. Oh, okay, that's got to be California. No, that's yeah, California, Oregon, Nevada. No, it's not. Wait a minute. That's not Goose Lake. Obviously not. Um, wait a minute. The bigger state is two. What? Let's see. Oh, time's up. Oh, time is up. What is this one? Wyoming, Utah, Idaho. Yeah, that is it. Oh man. Yeah, that's it. I don't know why I was thinking that was Goose Lake. That's too, yeah, that's too close to the, or not, it's not close enough to the border. Oh man, but these are fun. These are so fun. I mean, I mentioned this before, I like not being able to get all of these because you get 100% all the time. It's just, I don't know, it's not fun. Um, all right, let's see. All right. So I mentioned this before. I may end up making a second channel just for this kind of stuff. I don't want these kind of videos to come up too often because if I were to do a regular video once a week and then something like this once a week, then every other video becomes one of these, and then it just screws off the YouTube. It's so frustrating with how you have to do things how they similar to each other so they'll get recommended again. Very frustrating. Um, all right, let me. Largest cities with Saint in their name. Yeah, there's just so many of these. Largest cities blitz. What does that mean if it's a blitz? First, choose a number. Name as many of the largest U.S. cities you can. Oh, that could take a long time. Hmm. That actually I think would be kind of easy. What was this one? Oh, we pick a state and then the county seats. The largest cities at a certain time period. I think that is one of the ones that's on here. Um, Largest cities in 1950. Choose a number of answers. Yeah, I'll do this one. Um, choose a number of answers by typing. I'll just do 50. Oh, it tells you the population and the state. That shouldn't be too hard. That's going to be Chicago, and then Philadelphia. Los Angeles was already number 5 by 1950. Detroit, 1.8 million in 1950. Now it's got like 700,000. Baltimore. I mean, you can these numbers. You know what cities these are, but the numbers are way higher than they are now. St. Louis had. Wow, St. Louis had 800. No, that has to be Kansas City. That can't be. Oh, St. Louis had 800,000 people in that little town. Where'd they all fit? I didn't realize it was ever that big. Okay. Yeah, San Francisco, about the same population in 1950 as it has now. There's just no room there. Pittsburgh had 670,000. Ooh, Texas 590. What would have had 590? Dallas or Houston in 1950? Huh. That's a good question. The other one has 434. What was bigger first? Houston probably got bigger after the. I'm going to say Dallas is the bigger one then. Oh, and of course it was Houston. Wow, Buffalo was 600,000 people. Wow. Minneapolis, Cincinnati, Seattle, Kansas City. That has to be Newark, right? Indianapolis, one of the few Rust Belt cities that's bigger now than it was then. Denver was already 500,000 by then. Huh, all right. So that must be San Antonio. Ooh, Memphis was bigger than Nashville before. San Diego only had 384,000 people, really? No, had even less. Oakland? Yeah. All right. Columbus only had 375. This is a bit of a trip to do, to see the size of these cities 75 years ago. That's got to be Rochester, right? Atlanta only had 330,000. Atlanta was barely bigger than Birmingham. Dayton or Toledo? I'm saying Dayton. No, it's Toledo. Okay, Jersey, that big. Um, it wouldn't be Jersey City, would it? It is Jersey City. Austin was only 278,000 people. No, it was even less than that. That's not even Austin. Whoa, how big was Austin back then? Wow, okay. That's gonna be El Paso then. No, it's not El Paso either. What would it have, what was that big in Texas? It wouldn't be Plano or Grand Prairie or, I mean, Arlington wouldn't have been that big yet. Oh, it's Fort Worth. Fort Worth. Wow. How big was Austin? It wasn't even 200,000 back then. All right, so that's got to be Akron and then Omaha. Another one for California. Long Beach. And Miami. Providence. Probably Norfolk, I think was probably the biggest then. No, it was not. Richmond was already bigger. And that's got to be Syracuse. And then, 200, that's got to be Tampa, right? Jacksonville wasn't. No, it's Jacksonville. And then Massachusetts. What's the next one there? Is it Worcester or however they pronounce it? There you go. That's pretty easy actually. But I mean, if you did it, if they didn't tell you the state, then it'd be way too hard. So yeah, that's good. After some of these bombs I've done, that's good to do one that I can 100%. Um, but I think that's the only 1950s, the only one. Can you change the date on it? No, it's only 1950. Yeah, St. Louis. I mean, I knew it's dropped a lot in population, but to be almost 1 million people in that small area, that's a small city. Um, and I mean, it's a small city, and a big chunk of it is Forest Park and Tower Hill Park. I mean, most of it's a pretty dense population. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, you can sit here and do this all day, all night long. And but they do have head to head on this. So I did one of these on another channel of another YouTube geography channel, and it was a lot of fun. So I might do something where I do head to head with other creators, or we'll have to see. Um, I'd be curious to see some of the other channel creators do stuff like this. I'm always curious as to who is, who's real geographer and who's just, kind of has a geography channel. But yeah, I mean, they have MARTA stations, MBTA stations. I mean, the stuff with Mexico, Miami neighborhoods. I mean, Montreal boroughs. Wow, wow, that'd be rough. New York City subway stations. That'd be cool if I was from New York. That'd be a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I love doing this. Yeah, I'm glad to see, 100 people on here is pretty good for an unannounced live stream. So I like that. That makes me feel good. So um, but I'm probably going to shut this thing down. I've been doing it since 8. I'll answer a few more questions if there are any more, and then close up shop. Let's see. Well, we got some. Wait a minute, what's going on here? All right, so again, a lot of fun. Hope you guys were able to at least get a little bit of entertainment out of here. See the stuff I'm good at, stuff I'm not so good at, and then um, I'm not sure how many times I'll do this live, but if I do more of these, like I said, I might just dump them onto a different channel, maybe call it Geography King Quiz or something like that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I just think this is really cool. So I was going to be doing this tonight anyway. I was like, well, I might as well turn the camera on. Um, yeah, I mean, I could be here all night doing this. So yeah, I'm gonna shut this thing down. 10:30. Hope you guys are all enjoying your evenings or your early evenings out west, or your late nights, really late nights if you're overseas. Um, yeah, I got some other regular videos coming up pretty soon. Um, I'll probably be posting at a little more of a frequency over the next few weeks or so. I'm trying to do maybe 2 videos a week as opposed to 1, but we'll see how it works. Um, but yeah, again, thanks for watching. You know, if you guys have some requests or for live streams or for a quiz, like what you might want to see done, let me know, because I mean, I like doing any of them. So Heath, yes, I am familiar with Carhenge and Alliance. I have been there. Um, it's interesting, but yeah, I have seen it. Yes. All right. Thanks a lot. Hope you again have a good evening, and I will see you the next time I post something. All right. Good night, guys.